Hello and welcome to a GodIsAGeek.com video preview. My name's Adam Cook and I'm joined by Chris White. Hey Chris.
Hey man.
And you've been playing a game that's on the radar, but sort of in the distance on the radar, because it's called Pentiment and it's got pedigree because it's by Obsidian, who are now part of Microsoft and very much famed for these sprawling, enormous role-playing games. Is that what Pentiment is?
No.
Okay.
So it's not. But the kind of preview was with one of the chaps from Obsidian, and he said, like, it's not like all the other games. You know, this company has made Pillars of Eternity. You know, Knights of the Old Republic, as you know, they are known for, as you say, sprawling RPGs. This is more of a narrative-driven story. However, there are some RPG-light elements to it. But I mean, the kind of main draw, like, it is the narrative, the story itself, and you as the character you play a guy called Anders, and you are kind of friends with someone who's just killed somebody in Bavarian Alps, which is Germany, in like the early 16th century, and it kind of bleeds into that the way this game looks, as you can see now. And there are like little kind of mini puzzles and stuff to do throughout. But a lot of it is down to how you interact with the characters, the way you make decisions, the dialogue you choose in certain situations. You know, obviously they're not going to give away much of the story at the minute, so there's not a lot we know. But like from the footage, you know, there's a lot of dialogue, a lot of interesting characters, and like, one of the things that Obsidian said as well was it's a game for people who don't play games. So the puzzles that you see and that you get to do aren't difficult in the slightest. That it kind of wants the kind of art style and the way that looks to be the thing that draws people in, I think. And like, for me, when I saw this announced, it was like, oh, you know, I'm fascinated by how it looks and the woodcut style from that time. You know, the way that the characters are drawn, the way the world comes to life through the hand drawn elements. It's all very, very well put together, and it is something different to Obsidian have done in the past. But that it does have those like Obsidian roots in there. Like I say, with the way characters, the way you build your characters to start with, you essentially create the background for Anders and like where they went to college, what they studied. You can pick things like whether you're into the kind of occult, so the necromancy and that kind of thing, or whether it is more to do with nature, or whether you're more of a scholar. And then it talks about, and then you can kind of choose what you did in your time after university, where you went off into the world and learned life lessons in different ways. So there's a lot of kind of that into it. But it's just, I mean, it's fascinating to me the way this looks, and I can't wait to kind of properly get stuck into it, if I'm being honest, because we all know how good Obsidian are, and this is a very different route for them, but already it's very interesting. And like, even like there's a lot of kind of references to history and words that you'll have never heard before unless you know that time frame and are into history, and that's okay, because in some of the text boxes that pop up above the characters' heads, certain words are highlighted or underlined. You can click on those words, and then this kind of glossary opens up, and it will tell you exactly what that word means or where it originated, so you aren't lost. And that's like it kind of feeds into what they said about wanting this game to be for everyone. You don't have to know about history. You don't have to, know everything there is to know about 16th century Germany. It's a game to be played by everyone for the story, and that's kind of what Pentiment's going to get people interested in, is where that story goes and how your character ends up, because again, your choices will have an impact on where the story goes, and depending on how you interact. So whether you're a bit of a jerk, whether you're supportive and you're a nice guy, or whether you kind of look down on people or disagree with people's beliefs, There's a lot of kind of that thrown in as well. So yeah, there's a lot kind of going on, but time will tell, mate. But at the minute, yeah, it looks good.
Did they say whether like how many? Because like I'm looking at what they've got coming. Obviously, Grounded was like in preview program, but it's like coming out as the first full release date is September 27th. Pentiment is currently, as far as we know, due for November. They're making Avowed. The Outer Worlds 2 is in development. Like, so I just wondered, like, is this a smaller team within the team? Like, did they say?
Not to my knowledge, mate. It's under the Obsidian banner. So I mean, I would say potentially a smaller team, but it's a different kind of way of making a game with the kind of style it is. But I would say it probably is a smaller team based on how it's put together.
It doesn't look like anything I've seen that I can think. There's no other game where you can literally go, "Oh, that art style reminds me of." Not for me anyway. Not an instant.
I've never seen anything like it. No.
Yeah.
It's kind of like when you play Banner Saga for the first time.
Yeah.
Like it's a completely different style, and it's kind of them being creative and thinking outside the box. You know, it's a good look for a developer.
It's very different from what they've made.
To the same formula.
Absolutely, yeah.
It's very different. It does have their style. You can tell it's them. It's got their style to it, and the way, like the footage where you're helping this old lady. Like throughout meeting her, you can agree with her, you can disagree with her, you can help her, you choose not to help her, and then there's like the final kind of choice you've got. It brings up how your relationship has been with her to the point where you're making a decision, which kind of gives you more of an idea whether you're going to be able to persuade her to do what you want her to do. So there's a lot of depth in the kind of those choice-based kind of bits, which screams Obsidian to me. But yeah, I mean, I kind of can't wait to play the whole thing.
Well, I mean, assuming nothing happens on the way there, should be November, PC, Xbox One, and Series S and X, and I would imagine Game Pass. I'm 99% sure that they've confirmed it will be, because it's, first party now, isn't it, Obsidian? If you did enjoy this video, then make sure you click the like button, even, in English that was. Do leave us a comment, tell us what you're thinking, what games are you looking forward to, and are you looking forward to this one, and what do you reckon of Obsidian at the moment? Avowed must surely at some point get shown off. We don't know. We have a Patreon, patreon.com/GodIsAGeek, where you can help us out there and get some exclusive content. And, of course, follow us on all the socials, which is just at GodIsAGeek. But make sure you subscribe and click the bell. That's the important one. Chris, thanks for your time.
Thank you.
And to everybody else, we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye for now.